When the evening settles and the day grows still, stories rise softly from memory's hill. These are the letters we carry inside, stories of love, loss, and pride. Welcome, my friend, to Porchlight Letters.
Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Waikanae Beach in New Zealand. Hope you're all having a super fantastic sparkling day. Welcome to Porchlight Letters podcast number 2441. Today's question we are answering is, how do I handle stories involving living people? So telling a story is a responsibility, especially when it includes those still living. You need to seek permission before sharing. Living individuals have a right to privacy and consent. Before publishing or sharing stories, ask for permission when possible. So this is, respecting consent builds trust and protects relationships. This is if you've got person A over here who's telling the story, and the person that's in the story over here, person B, is still very much alive and kicking. So you need to make sure that not only do you have the permission of the storyteller to relay the story, you also have to have permission from the living people that are heard about in the story as well. And it could be an embarrassing story they don't want to hear. It could be one that they're sort of like, yep, no, we don't want that one out there. So make sure that not only do you get permission from the person who is giving you the story, but from those involved in the story that are still living. Be mindful of sensitive information. Topics such as illness, conflict, personal decisions require care. Sharing these details without thought can cause harm. Ethical storytelling means considering impact before exposure. Is this story going to embarrass them? Is this story going to make them feel uncomfortable? You need to let them know what the story is. Do they feel comfortable with it being shared with everybody? So when you're getting their permission to use their story, even though somebody else has told the story, but they are in it, you need to be mindful of what the story is about, and is it going to cause any harm in any type of way, whether it's embarrassment, whether it's uncomfortable, whatever it is, you still need to clarify that. Use respectful and neutral language. How a story is told matters as much as the story itself. Avoid judgment or emotional language that may misrepresent someone's experience. Neutral language keeps the story balanced. So it could be that you turn around and tell person B that, hey, person A told us this story when we were interviewing them, we got this story. You're mentioned in it. Is this your perspective? Maybe they will be willing to tell their side of the story to give you two different perspectives. You never know. And then they might turn around and say, absolutely not. You cannot share that story. No way, no how. Boom, done. It's completely, it's up to those that are involved. Consider limiting audience when necessary. Some stories may be suitable for private family sharing rather than public platforms. Adjusting audience protects the storyteller and those involved. Not every story needs to be widely distributed. And they may turn around and say that too. They said, look, we're happy with it being shared with the family. We don't want it public. Or we only want certain people to hear this story. Or in the case of Mark Twain, I don't want my story published until I've been dead 100 years, because then everybody involved in the story and my life story is no longer going to be alive to complain or contradict what I say. So you have that way as well. Focus on understanding rather than judgment. Stories involving living people should aim to explain, not criticize. Framing experience with context allows readers to understand rather than judge. Respect strengthens storytelling. Why does all this matter? Handling living stories carefully protects both history and relationships. It's like when I'm putting a tree together on any platform that I use for putting trees together, like Ancestry, My Heritage, Family Tree, Family Search, and all that. When it is a living person, I have all of my trees are marked private anyway, so they can search the tree, but they can't see they can see basic information. They cannot see any information on any living person. When you make your tree private, all living people's names are just put living. And it may have a picture, it may have a male picture or a female picture outline. there, but it will just say living person. It will not give them any details. So if you're looking for somebody who is alive, you ain't going to find them in somebody else's tree because they're just going to come up with living. And that happens in my trees a lot because I have it marked private. I'm not sure about public trees though. If I think they too mask the identity of the living as well. Because I don't make any of my trees public. I don't know. It's as simple as that. I just make them private. They can't, and I make them searchable, but only for those that are dead. Yes. And you can specify that in the tree settings. So any tree that I have has always been marked private with living people being masked so they cannot be searched. And that just protects them, protects their identity so somebody can't go in there and find out a lot of information on that person. Absolutely not, no way. So your practical takeaway for today is always consider consent, context, and impact before sharing. If you want help with consent for living stories, the context, the impact, scan the QR code in the upper right up here and to set up a 30-minute discovery call for us to go over this information for you. And in closing, respect ensures stories can be shared safely. And with that, we are out of here. Go out, have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we will catch you guys back here tomorrow evening at, because I'm working, I'm just double checking my time. Where are we at? I need today. Yep, at 6 p.m. Pacific. Just had to make sure I didn't have anything on at the same time. So go out, have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we'll catch everybody back here tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Pacific. He konara.
The stories we carry stay bright through the night. A small steady glow in the fading light. Stories of love, loss, and pride we share until we meet again. Keep the porch light burning.